So we're going to try something a little different. We're going to go to Walmart here and we're going to try and find the cheapest budget combo. I see a lot of videos as far as people coming up with $100 budget combos, but we're going to see if we can beat that today. So we're going to go inside Walmart here and we're going to check out and see what we can put together. Rod, reel, line, and lure together. So we're back here in the fishing section here, and there's a combo that kind of caught my eye a little bit. I saw it like a few weeks ago. It's this Ozark Trail 2.0. It's only $49.97 on sale on there. It's not too bad of a deal and well within our budget. Looks like a decent combo. Medium heavy. It's a 2-piece rod, but I think we can make that work for a little frogging. Medium heavy, but the 2-piece does concern me a little bit. The reel seems pretty slick. It's 7-3-1, so that'll work. I think we'll go with that guy. And then I think for lures, to keep it within the budget, we're going to go with Ozark Trail frogs. They're a good price. They're only like $3 a piece, $2.98, but we'll pick up 2. Might as well with our budget. So we'll grab 2 of those, and then let's look and see what kind of line we should get within our budget. I usually go with Power Pro, but we're going budget. So let's go with this Yo-Zuri here. This Yo-Zuri SuperBraid. $10, 20-pound braid. I think that should do the trick. Usually I don't like to skimp on line, but hey, it's a budget contest. Let's see. So let's go to the checkout and see what this all totals up to. Alrighty, let's take a look at the grand total. $68 and some change. Not a bad deal. We're here to pick up our second budget combo. So we're here at Dunham Sports, and they usually have some pretty decent deals, and I get a few coupons from them every week. They always send some coupons, so we're going to go back to the fishing section, see what they got back here. Alrighty, let's take a look and see what we got. This Abu Max combo, Max 5 I guess is what they call it. Looks pretty decent. It's a 1-piece rod, so I'll take that. That's not bad at all. Reel seems decent on there. Yeah, I think we'll go with this guy. It's not bad. Medium heavy, 7 foot. That's usually what I like. It's $89.99, but thankfully I get coupons every week, so off of that $89.99, we're going to get 15% off. So that's not too bad at all. That'll help with the cost for sure. So I think that's going to be the combo that we're going to go with there. And then we got Matsuo 30-pound braid. And then we got a Northland tackle frog as well too. So I think we're going to be pretty well set there. So that should be pretty decent. Let's go to the checkout and we'll see what this all totals up to. Alrighty, well, we just made our purchase, and the grand total with our braid, frog, and our combo came to just over $100, $100 and some change. So that's not too bad at all. I kind of like this, so we'll have $100 combo, and then we'll have a $68 combo. So not too bad, not too bad. It would have been a little more if we didn't have the coupon, but hey, sign up for those coupons and you'll save some money for sure at Dunham's. So let's get all rigged up and get ready to get out on the water and try and see which combo is the best. Well, good morning, guys. We made it back out here to the lake after getting our budget combos. We're here in an early morning where water is just glass on there, and fish have been popping up all over the place on here. So they're surfacing, getting ready to chow down. So perfect opportunity to try out our budget combos. So first we're going to try the Ozark Trail Generation 2.0. And that's got the 7.3 reel on it. And a 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod. It is a 2-piece rod, so we'll see how that does with hook set power and everything. We got it paired up with our cheap Yo-Zuri 20-pound braid on there, and our Ozark Trail frog. So altogether, I have another frog of this as well too. So altogether, it was $68. So not bad, and we'll see how this performs. And then later on, we'll switch over to our Abu Garcia Max 5 that we got from Dunham Sports. That's a 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod as well too. And we put Matsuo 30-pound braid on there, so that might be a little better, but we'll see what kind of quality it is for the $10. And then we picked up our Ozark Trail hollow body frog as well too. So altogether, this combo with the Dunham's coupon was just a little over $100, $100 and like 33 cents. So we're going to be pairing up against $100 budget and $68 budget. So we'll see which one wins out and which ones maybe I would recommend for people as far as trying to get into something cheap but yet successful. We got one. Well, we did have one, but he took us down into the weeds there. Dang it. If this rod truly feels like a medium heavy, feels more like a medium, so with hook setting and everything, seems a little light for what we need. There we go. Yep. It's going to worry me a little bit today. Usually I fish a medium heavy frog fishing, but yeah, I'd say that one piece is maybe a little more better constructed for it. Out of those weeds. There we go. First one on the Ozark Trail combo. It's a good fish too. And the Ozark Trail frog as well. Nice little chunky guy there. Well, we got the skunk off the board for this combo. I think the biggest thing with this rod is just keeping them up out of those weeds, because this rod don't have a lot of power, I think, to just be winching fish out the weeds. That one just slipped it. Well, think the big problem too is when you don't have that much power, you can't really get the hook set. It's not that that fish really just slammed it, he more of just slurped it from the side and still tried to set it on there, but I just don't think we're getting enough power. There we go. Let's keep this guy on. He seems like a better fish. Oh yeah, that's a good one. There we go. That's a beauty. Well, that's 2 on that combo there. Two and a few misses, but smaller guy, but hey, we're starting to put together some conversion there. There we go. Probably the other thing to do is bend the hooks out a little bit on there, because they run pretty flush to the body. Alright, so we're here by this shoreline with trees, and we're just going to work our way down and see, picking some of these trees off and trying to throw this frog into some little pockets and see kind of the accuracy with this combo and see how it performs and kind of winching stuff out of there. There we go. One right off the bat, a little smaller guy, but hey, it's a fish. There we go, a little chunk. Hit as soon as we threw it under there, so it's a good sign that they're up in there. Oh, there's somebody else picking something off the top of the water. And there he is. It's a little better fish. There we go. Let's back away from some of these trees here. There we go. It's a beautiful fish there. We're gonna get a length on him just for giggles and see kind of where we gotta get today as far as our benchmarks. He's about 19 and a quarter or so. Good, healthy, chunky fish though. There we go. Well, that didn't perform too bad there. The hookup ratio is starting to go up on this guy here. Tried to get him off the tree there. I don't think we got enough power and juice for that, but let's try and see if he felt the hooks there. Nope. He didn't feel the hooks. Hey, he's just a smaller guy, but a fish is a fish. Little guy. We're finding a few underneath this tree here. There's a little bug fluttering on there. See if somebody comes up and scoops him up there. There she goes. Ah, it's cool to see that. These bass on this lake are just so aggressive. It's a blast to watch them do their thing. Makes for good fishing too, for sure. Do one or two more fish on this combo, and then we'll switch shoreline up and try out the $100 combo and see how that works out. He just slipped that up. That's a decent fish there. Come here, bud. That's a tank right there. Real chunky and everything. There we go. And I heard one more behind us. So let's go get that last one on this budget combo and we'll switch it up. Oh yeah, that's a hey Chad going into those weeds down there. Well, it didn't take long to go with the get that last one that we heard behind us while we were unhooking the other one. There we go. It's a beautiful fish. Beautiful. Big old largie there. See you later, bud. Well, I will say that's not too bad of a I just keep going after bugs. That's not too bad of a combo, actually. The Yo-Zuri line and the frogs seem to be decent as far as hookup ratio. The only thing that the reel is good at that 7-3 on there. The only thing you may worry about is the bend in that rod if you're going to do some frog fishing or whatnot. But I think if you weren't doing top water, might be a better performer. But I mean, it gets the job done, so can't complain too much for the whole combo. 68 bucks, line, frog, rod and reel. It's pretty cheap and it'll get you fish for sure. So well, let's move on to the Garcia Max 5 combo. Let's see how this performs. We got that Northland frog on there, and we got 30-pound braid. I kind of like this one piece. It seems like it's gonna get a better hookup ratio on there, and we'll give it a whirl with that old Northland on there that we used our budget on a little more. You can never, in my opinion, you can never beat a Northland frog, but we're gonna try and get a few on this shoreline, and then we'll move with this guy and try a different one. That's a pretty decent one there. It's a good start for the $100 combo. Nice chunky guy there. Yeah. start. Really good start there for Abu Max and the Matsuo line and the Northland frog there. I don't know if that was a little guy or not, but yeah, he was kind of smaller, but yeah, the Northland frog is on the board again. There we go. Thank you, bud. Nothing off that stump there. Maybe they're tucked up against the shore. Take a look and see. Yep. That's a nice fish there too. Saw that ripple once that frog landed. There we go. That's what we were looking for on that $100 combo with the Northland frog. Let's get a measure on him. He's got a pretty good build there. He's about 19 3/4 there, it looks like. That's the biggest one of the day on the Northland tackle frog and the Abu Max combo, $100 combo. There you go, bud. Well, let's see who else is up there. Wasn't quick enough with the net. Wasn't quick enough. Dude missed it like quite a few times there. Somebody's up there. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, too much slack in there. Son of a gun. Dropping the ball on those ones there. Ooh, that was close. Oh. Come on, bud. There we go. That's a good one. To call it a day on there. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I'll tell you, budget stuff can catch fish for sure. You know, you miss out on some things, you know, but seeing people with high dollar stuff not get good hook sets, or fish get throwing the frog and stuff like that. So it happens. It happens. But yeah, I like that Max Abu Garcia combo. It's pretty decent on there. The hookups, of course, on the Northland were pretty decent. Of course, we threw some, but some of them not good hook sets and not real good net jobs either, too, not being ready. The line seemed pretty nice as far as that Matsuo 30-pound braid. The gear ratio is just fine. I mean, it is a 6/8 to 1 on there, so I like the rod, definitely. Feels a little sturdier on there. But then we did do pretty decent on that Ozark Trail Gen 2 combo. Reel's nice. The rod, you know, for a 2-piece and whatnot, it works. I would say if you're really on a budget and you can only spend about $68 to do a topwater setup with a frog, this is really a decent way to go. 7/3 to 1 gear ratio, and those Walmart frogs are pretty decent actually. I'd bend the hooks out just a little bit on there, and that Yo-Zuri line was pretty decent as well too. But overall, it was a pretty good combo. So both of these you can't really go wrong with. $100 here, $68 all said and done here. So does it pay to really pay the extra $32 for this guy? Yes and no. Yes and no. So just, I think hookup ratio wise, we did a little better on the Ozark trail than we did the Abu Garcia. So I would say $68 and take that other $32 and go get you some more lures on there too. So not a bad deal on there. But it was an awesome day out here. Really enjoyed it. Couldn't ask for better conditions, but we got to get going here. So thanks for coming and seeing the battle of the budgets here, and hopefully that helps you guys out, and hopefully you guys had fun and enjoyed all the action. We'll catch you later, guys. Appreciate you.